It's Wednesday.
Hey,
Yeah, there we go. It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. And this is especially true for the man to my left.
yes.
It's Jeff Machum,
Well,
who's at AEW Dynamite tonight.
now I'm at Dynamite, but it's funny we came on right now because just off screen over here to my immediate right is a couple of blasts from the past I'll throw on here from the old No DQ days. Rhett Buchanan and Gil.
You were on the worst show ever. If you were on NoDQ.com 2005, you might remember it.
Yeah, you know.
It's not fun at all.
But that's okay. By the way, great Guns N' Roses shirt. I gotta make sure I tell Jen I saw that. That's
Yeah,
good
I'm
stuff,
going to
Gil.
remark wearing a wrestling shirt. I thought you got something vintage.
Well, I kind of am wearing a wrestling shirt because this is my own stuff.
Do you
So,
think a Hulkamania shirt might have gotten you some heat here? Is that what I'm
well,
wearing?
I would wear the Meachmania shirt, but yeah, heat's a terrible thing. Bad idea. So yes, we are at the Forum for Dynamite. No Rampage tapings. We're doing it in Ontario on Friday, but it's good to be here, Greg. I'm glad I was able to be a part of as much as I could be before I have to go inside and actually do the fan thing.
Yeah. So, maybe next time I go to Dynamite, I'll actually step outside so I can kick off the show from
There you go.
the show in Pittsburgh. But there are a couple things I did want to talk about really briefly. Obviously, we'll talk
Yes,
about
sir.
you at Dynamite because I put the graphic up. Jeff's at AEW Dynamite. But we are also going to talk about, before that, we are setting a new donation goal in the month of June. We did not hit our goal last month for May.
Yeah. It is what it is. It is what it
But
is.
it is what it is. So, no jerseys for us.
Buy that
no-
shirt.
Yes. No jerseys, no eating the beans. But
Thank God for that.
yeah, I agree. I think this is a great goal. So,
Okay.
for anybody watching, if we
Yeah,
reach,
I'm gonna do this so you can see the whole shirt. There we go.
oh, there you go. Buy a shirt.
Buy the shirt. On mine though.
If we reach $150 donation in the month of June, and yes, the donation link is right here. You go do that.
It does exist. It does exist.
It does exist. It should also be in the description, so you can go click on that and donate. If we reach $150 throughout the month, we are going to do something very special on the first show in July. And I think it might be our highest rated episode yet because it will be the Greg Cherry Show Spintacular.
Da, 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 da.
So here's how this works. If we reach the goal,
I'm with. And then look who's over here. They broadcast.
On the Greg Cherry Show. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so now Aaron's on Brett's phone on the Greg Cherry Show. This is the worst simulcast job ever. But that's okay.
I'm not even on the No DQ channel right now.
We wish you were here.
I know, that's the scary part. We're not on the channel. We're still giving Aaron press. Anyway.
We'll be on there once this month, I'm sure. But
Yes, for sure. Anyway, I'm sorry. Carry on with your sorry. Brett surprised me. I apologize.
So the Greg Cherry Show Spectacular looks like this. On the very first show in the month of July, if you want to spin, all you have to do is say that you want to spin, and we're going to be spinning the entire
Whole hour.
show for free
I know, yeah. We'll try and get them.
if we reach that goal. So if you want a shot at the WTC Championship and you don't get it off the wheel in a paid spin, the first show in July, if we reach that goal,
You have your opportunity.
you could get your shot. You can take as many spins as you want.
No charge. No
Yeah.
charge. That's right.
So
Imagine
hopefully
that. If somebody wanted to pop in and get their shot at the championship, they have a unique opportunity, but we got to hit that goal. Now, I'll ask you, since you are the man behind the madness here, is that a combined dual channel goal, or is that 150 for you?
That's 150 for me. Because, listen,
Okay. All
the
right.
shot at the championship is something that is near and dear to my heart. So putting it up on the line against literally anybody who shows up,
Right.
When are you going to do your wedding?
like that's a big deal for me.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
No, I know, but you said you're going to do it.
I would say that they get to compete for Jack of all trades if you were still champion, but
Yeah, dude, I need an excuse to go out to.
Well, yeah, and the
If I
the
go
winged
to
eagle's
Michigan,
kind of in
I
bad
go
shape
to
anyway. I need to get a new one. So
Yeah.
a little bit.
So $150 towards the link that you will see on the screen right now.
Anyways, yeah, we
Donate to the Streamlabs, $150 through the month of June. It doesn't just have to be today. We have 5 shows in June. This is very doable.
Yes.
That's $30 a
It's a
show.
rare, it's a rare thing, and considering you only have the one show a month, yeah, like you said, $30 a show is not out of the realm of possibility. It really isn't.
And Jack of all trades too. I'll throw it in for Jack of all trades when we do that. On
Which is what day again? 23rd. Thank you. Okay, so the 23rd,
All right, well, yeah, we'll send you pictures.
and are you still gonna be on at 5 p.m. Eastern?
Yes.
Later, have a good one,
Okay,
man.
because at 7 p.m. Eastern, we're doing our history of New Japan in the United States prior to Impact that night. So there you go. Or prior to the review, I should say. I unplug Impact because we don't watch Impact on WQ. So
There you go. There you go.
So there's your donation goal. If you want the Greg Cherry Show Spectacular, $150 throughout the month of June.
yes. Now, I'll also keep in mind that you are monetized currently. Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
Okay, so keep in mind that once we go on demand, you can also do the super thanks if Greg enables it. I don't know if you have the YouTube disabled, enabled, whatever your situation is. So,
Yeah. So guess what, Jeff? We're $20 in already.
nice.
Yes, Dwayne Atkinson, who has
Because
been
it's Dwayne,
who
yes.
nearly became champion, has
Right?
donated $20, getting 2 spins. We're already kicking off hot. I love to see it.
Well, once Dwayne takes his because I hear they're starting dark matches. So, we'll definitely do Dwayne spins though, because Dwayne's one of our favorite people of all time.
I just watched it.
I gotta get his earbuds to stay in because this is basically practice run. I'm doing this show today. I'll do whatever. I'm gonna be on the air tonight after the show too. I'm calling in the No DQ recap of Dynamite, and then it's gonna get the big test on Monday at Disneyland all friggin' day.
So while I pull up the wheel, do you want to discuss, since this is your first time at Dynamite? 'Cause
Yeah,
the first
it's
time-
one of those like.
Really?
It's one of those. It'd be great if it was at 7:00 Pacific, because I could tell you how it was. you know.
Yeah.
But it's neat. Of course, it's great being back here. I said on social media, I realized how much I missed this place. So I actually got off the bus and saw it in front. I have a video of me walking up, and I said what I said. You can't go home again. I turned around and I told the old place, "Hello, beautiful." It's, she's still fabulous. And you know what? They did a great job. MSG bought her a few years ago and refurbed her. She looks wonderful. And now I know the guy that owns the Clippers owns this building, so it looks wonderful. The inside's definitely different. I'm not gonna lie. And trying to climb up the steps with my 40-year-old knees as opposed to my 10-year-old everything was challenging. It's gonna be more challenging going back in there again, but we'll see. I'm gonna have a great time. Like I said, if rumors are if patterns are to be continued, we're gonna see CM Punk at the top of the hour. So it would be very interesting to have cult personality in a wrestling arena for the first time live for me in almost 10 years.
Yeah, that's true, because Punk hasn't been out there since what, SummerSlam 2013, I believe.
Yeah. Punk did 2013. That was again. I want to say that was the match with
Brock.
not Brock. That was no. Brock was 2012. Was it? Oh no, I'm sorry. You're right. It was Brock. It's 2012 was Hunter.
Yeah, because
Right.
Punk was champion in 2012.
Yes, because he had that match with Cena and Big Show.
Yes.
Oh, God Almighty. I'm glad I missed that one. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway,
Anyway, this will be
spin number 1 for Dwayne. Yes.
first of 2 spins for Dwayne. So Dwayne, you might get the title shot now. You never know. Let's find out.
I'm glad though that he exists.
It would be nice if actually somebody paid for a title shot.
Yeah.
He's a terrible businessman.
All right, 20 jumping jacks is first. That's his first.
Okay. All right.
So that's not terrible. It could be worse. Could be 100.
If it does, if it lands on physical challenge, I am going to bounce that for this, for the record. If it lands on a physical challenge, click and watch
And an entrance.
Entrance. Oh, okay. Well, here you can do my entrance into the arena. There you go.
So Dwayne, let me know in the chat what entrance you want. While I do the jumping jacks, if you're gonna, I'll take that out because don't need to see that.
Right.
But I won't even do the Body Donis music because it's it's just 20. If it was 100, I'd
Right.
do it.
Just because it's that much more horrible to have skipping Sonny's music doing it while you're having to do 100. It's that much more daunting to have to deal with.
I'm running the internet off of my phone, so it's going to be a little bit tougher.
Right. Oh, by the way, I found out something. When you're running off your hotspot, I'm running the Form Wi-Fi, the entire trailer skips.
Really?
JD's Renegades reviews, all I heard was just the whole way through, and then when mine came up, it was a like the whole way through. I'm like, I had to refresh like 6 times just to make the noise stop. Oh, there goes the earbud.
All right.
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem if I do JJ show. Ask the dads like that. Look, I'll be sitting down for that one.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dwayne jumping jacks and then whatever entrance Dwayne wants.
Huh?
Here we go.
Oh, now I lost you. Hang on. I can't hear a word now. Gosh darn it. Hang on.
It's because I'm not saying it.
2. There goes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I know for a fact that AEW is coming to the Michigan area, but yeah, Grand Rapids is kind of a off the beaten path compared to Detroit, unfortunately. I'm not saying Grand Rapids is a tiny city, but it's definitely halfway doing. I think he did CM Punk already, didn't he? Didn't you do CM Punk recently?
Not recently, but I'll do it.
I mean, it really doesn't matter. We can do it again. I mean, might as well. He's the freaking world champion of the show I'm at right now. So why not? I'll get here twice in 45 minutes.
All right.
Oh, I forgot you had the track with the intro in the beginning, not the AEW track.
Here goes the monetization.
Right, there it goes. Good night, everybody.
Just
there
talk
we go.
through it. Nobody will know the difference.
Don't listen to the actual song. Pretend you're wearing a belt. Go for the effect. Go for the effect. Go for the whole thing. There you go. There you go. There you go. He's actually doing the gimmick. God bless the champion. I love this guy. We need Jen and the Pooch carrying in like FTR status. There you go. He's better.
It's clobbering time.
I dig it. Yes. And on that note, it is indeed clobbering time in about 43 minutes now. So I'm going to bid the Greg Cherry brand and my channel adieu for the evening. I'll be back on again after Dynamite East Coast time, so 10-ish. Given overruns are a thing, and I got to actually get in a quiet spot again. Yeah, right after show, quiet spot. That'll be reality. But have fun tonight, guys. What's up?
You off in a minute?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Almost.
All
Right. Have fun, Greg. Enjoy the show. Let me know how it goes.
All right. You have fun too.
I will. I don't know how do I do. Oh, there we go. I know how to do it. Okay, bye.
See ya. All right. I get the chair back. All right. So it's been a while since I've done it's not really a solo show, but here we go. Thank you very much, Dwayne, for the donation. I can get rid of the banner now. And really and honestly, we can go right into the Q&A. I mean, we have the June donation goal. It is set in stone. We got $20 towards 150. We're off to a pretty good start, if I say so myself. All right. So let me ask some questions or answer some questions. Yeah, Josh, if you want to join, that's perfectly fine. Ooh. Yeah, I'll send you a DM on Twitter with this. Let's see here. Stop sharing the screen. So yeah, Jeff should have a fun time at Dynamite. We might end the show slightly early, not right now, obviously. Slightly early, just to just to make sure we all have enough time to watch Dynamite, because apparently there's a new set. Apparently there's a new set that's been going around Twitter. Dynamite looks a little bit different than it normally does. I believe it's still the two tunnels, but it's a different video screen. So that should be fun. Dwayne's asking, what did I rate Double or Nothing? I'll be honest, didn't watch the whole thing. So I'll probably catch up with that at some point. And ladies and gentlemen, Josh Mansfield is back on the show.
What up, Greg? What
How's it
up,
going?
everyone in the Greg Cherry brand? Whatever word we're going to use.
Just the Greg Cherry brand works. We don't do world, universe, galaxy, whatever. It's just us.
Sup, Dwayne? How are you doing tonight, Mr. Hold on. Let me fix my shirt.
Okay. Doing pretty good. I mean, I'm very excited that the June goal was something that is very attainable. I'm looking forward to seeing who else is going to want a potential shot at the WTC Championship. Co-Brothers Radio Podcast says Greg Cherry brand land. I mean, that could work. It rhymes. Yes, I see your brown
That
shirt.
does work.
Yes. Yes, we could be the Greg Cherry brand land. Dwayne says he was envious of us. He always wanted to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It was a pretty cool experience.
It was my first time, and I enjoyed it.
I think it was my first time, too. I've been to Cleveland a couple times before, but I don't know if I ever walked through there.
Do we want to talk about the meetup from a couple weeks ago?
We can talk about that.
Since we had a different style of a Greg Cherry brand show last week.
Yeah, it was definitely different. I'm glad we're back to what we normally do.
Yeah.
Let me see here.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, Dwayne. If you ask Aaron, he will say probably that his favorite part, besides all of the Beatles stuff, being he's the biggest Beatles fan on, at least that I know. His favorite part was actually getting to stump that man right there in a wrestling trivia question.
Yeah. See, when it comes to some of the theme songs, I don't. And Aaron's more of a music guy, so he might almost be better with these Spotify questions than I would be. I also want to see if I can pull. I'm getting a couple pictures sent to myself, so I can show those off. Yeah, you can keep talking about the Hall of Fame.
So like I'm not the biggest rock and roll music kind of guy, but just as a history guy myself, I thought it was really cool. The Beatles stuff was interesting. I'm a Green Day fan, so I liked looking at that. I'm also a Taylor Swift guy, not gonna lie. So I had a lot of fun looking at that stuff and taking pictures for Denise Salcedo.
Yeah. Did she ever respond to you about those or no?
No, because I just posted them on Twitter. I didn't send them to her via DMs. I didn't want to be weird.
Yeah, I wouldn't have DM'd them either. I was just curious.
Yeah. No, but I think she was taking a Twitter break that weekend.
I don't blame her.
Neither do I.
Dwayne says, in case you don't know, I'm playing against your buddy tonight. I did see that. So tonight on Combat Wrestling Trivia, which I don't know if JB3 is in the chat or not. He said he would be. It's going to be Dwayne Atkinson in a trivia battle against my best friend, Travis Fame. That's going to be some good stuff. I'm really excited about that one. The match between Noah and Paul Mead was really good last week. If you hadn't checked it out, go check it out. Combat Wrestling Trivia is good stuff. I will always put them over. There he is. He is here. I was just putting your channel over, JB3. Anybody who wants to check out Combat Wrestling Trivia, they got a trivia match tonight. Travis Fame against Dwayne Atkinson. That's going to be fantastic. I know Fame's good at trivia. I know Dwayne's good at trivia just based on how he did on Jack of All Trades. So that one should be a barn break. Oh my gosh. Yes, Dwayne. Yes.
Ooh,
The guy who stole a Rumble question from me. Shut up.
yeah.
I will never live
love
that
your
down.
Rumbles.
Travis does not let me live that down. Despite the final score, he's like, "Hey, look at that! I got one over on you."
Oh, you act like Aaron's not going to let you live 2 weeks ago down.
Well, he hasn't
Question.
mentioned it again, so he might have forgotten. If I'm being honest.
But besides the Hall of Fame, we did the Terminal Tower, which was pretty interesting. Just being able to see the view of Cleveland, of downtown Cleveland, was pretty cool. For those who follow Aaron on Facebook, he loves his pictures. So he was like a kid in a candy store.
He also, while he was there, he did like a video. I don't know if he posted it on his Instagram or what he did. But he posted a video from up on the
from the tower.
Yeah.
And then we had our dinner at North High Brewing, which was pretty good. Great time. Met up with
I really enjoyed their food. That burger that I had was phenomenal.
I love the chicken that I had, and then that peanut butter Buckeye pie or whatever it was so good. And then, you and Aaron did the little foosball hockey thing, and that was pretty fun. And met up with the Cleaver. We hung out with Virtue, and that was a great time.
It was a great time. I'm hoping that I mentioned it to a lot of them, that I'm hoping we can recreate that in July here.
Oh, yeah. Hey, at least this time you won't have a stadium to flip off.
That's very true. I'm pulling up the pictures from the trip, just so it's not a ton of them. I didn't take a ton of them, and a couple of these are from Aaron anyway. But I wanted to
You
show.
can probably find a bunch on my Facebook.
I'm only going to show a few. So the aforementioned flipping off of the Brown Stadium is right here, if you hadn't seen it. I'm the only one of the two of us that enjoys that picture.
Considering what my shirt is.
I mean, really. This was a view from the tower that we mentioned. We got. It was. I think this was one of the times where it wasn't raining, so it would actually look good. Then, of course, we got to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and those are all the inductees for this year. Quite a spread, honestly, if you look at that. I mean, you got everybody from Pat Benatar to Eminem, Judas Priest, Dolly Parton. They're all over the musical spectrum, but it's just quite an interesting thing. And here's a good picture of two good-looking guys. Look at that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And great shirt on,
Exactly. Both of us have good shirts on. And, of course, the group shots. Yeah, there's all of us. It was a good time. And now I'm craving a burger.
And speaking of your shirt that you have on now, little segue, you guys had a retirement today.
Yeah, Stephon Tuitt announced his retirement from the NFL, which I had a feeling was coming. He didn't play at all last year. He was not in a great mental state from the death of his brother. And he's deciding to move on from the game of football, which I wish him the best. He went back to Notre Dame to get his degree, so good for him.
That's good.
But man, he's going to be a missed piece on that defense, a missed piece on that football team. He's a great player. Have nothing bad to say about the guy, so I hope he does well with everything he chooses to do. It's a rough loss for us, but I mean, that's football. You lose great players all the time, and Stephon Tuitt was definitely a great player. So hopefully he does well.
Yeah, on the Brown side, Deshaun Watson has another accusation
He's
come forward.
he's not even going to get to play at this rate.
See, with there being another allegation, I doubt they'll even finish their investigation. They're probably going to continue it now
Yeah,
with another one coming forward. But I really think that the NFL might wait until the civil trials are done to issue any decision.
well, the litigious process is not going to be a short one.
No.
We'll see how it plays out, but it's going to be an ugly look for the Browns this season, if nothing else.
Yeah. I mean, Watson's trying to get his image back up. I mean, the team loves him. From what I've been seeing on Brown's social media, the team loves him. Baker maybe not so much, except Nick Chubb did say Baker is still one of his best friends. It was rumored the Saints were interested in Baker before they said something to Jarvis Landry, and Landry rumoredly said absolutely not. So there's that.
Yeah, whether or not Dwayne Atkinson is, or not Dwayne Atkinson. Oh my gosh, looking at the chat, not Dwayne Atkinson, Sean Watson, not the same person, not even remotely the same person. Sorry, Dwayne.
We love you, Dwayne.
Oh boy. Deshaun Watson, whether or not he gets the benefit of the doubt from his team, like that may not matter. And the fact that the Browns have a lot of guaranteed money tied up in him may present an issue, not just for this year, but for years to come. That's going to be quite the salary cap hit for the next few years.
Hey, at least we got Clowney back.
You did get Jadeveon Clowney back. That's correct.
Him, Myles Garrett, Perrion Winfrey, put those three together. They are a quarterback's three worst nightmares.
Yeah, Myles Garrett's not surprised they stay in. It's really going to come down to see who's going to benefit in the preseason from those workouts, because there's less preseason games now that there's 17 games.
Right.
So we will see come less than 100 days. It's hard to believe that we are just about 3 months, a little more than 3 months away from the kickoff of the NFL season. So that's going to be a fun time.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. It'll be interesting to see who on both of our teams from the draft make the actual team this year. I know for us, David Bell is looking pretty dang good to be able to be one of our wide receivers on team and not just practice squad or whatever. How are your draftees looking?
I honestly haven't checked. If I'm going to be completely honest, I have not seen how our draft picks are doing. Kenny Pickett seems to be coming along pretty well. But it seems like Mitch Trubisky during the OTAs has taken all the first team snaps. So we will see how they develop. Cool Brothers Radio Podcast is asking both of us. I was just wondering, who are your top 3 saddest wrestling passings of all time? Whew. Talk about a deep question. Eddie Guerrero was definitely one. I mean, Eddie and Owen, I feel like have to be in the top 2 because Owens was just a complete tragedy and Eddie was so beloved that I mean, I figure they have to be top 2 in anybody's top 3 list.
For me, I was born 97, so I never watched Owen. I really don't remember Eddie seeing any of his stuff live. I don't remember his passing. So because of those facts, I'm not going to say either of them. For mine, I think for me, definitely Razor Ramon after how that all played out. Definitely him. Macho Man, I'm going to say, because his was the first real big one that I remember.
Mhm.
When he passed, I actually wrote we had a current events thing in my whatever class it was when I was in 6th or 7th grade when he passed, and it was a current event thing we had to do each week, and the week he passed, I did mine on him. So Savage, and then I think I gotta say Piper.
Yeah, Piper was a pretty tough one. There's so many. Like Dwayne mentioned Dusty. Dusty Rhodes was obviously a tough passing for many people in the business too. Yeah, it's always a sad thing when not even just a wrestler, but like anybody passes away. Any prominent figure in your life, whether you knew them or you didn't. It's just a tough thing to go through that they're no longer on this earth. But we can only hope that we meet them again one day. So, hope that answers your question. It was a good question. If it's a very heavy question, cool brother, it was a good question. Thank you for that.
Yeah, bring on your questions, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, really, all we have planned for the show, as you can see, Josh came in halfway through, so we're kind of winging it this week because Jeff's at Dynamite. So we're not doing Weird Laws this week. We're just taking your questions, and if you want to hit the donation goal, as I mentioned before, it's $150. We're $20 of the way there. We're already partway. We're already on the train. We're going. So
sadly, we did not meet May's goal. Sadly, did not even come close.
We didn't come close. We might have set the bar too high for that one.
I think we did.
But you know what?
That was by design by you because you didn't want to do it.
A little bit by design. I wanted to see going from 100 to 500 was a huge jump. It was a huge jump. So 150 is way more reasonable, way more possible to hit. Like I said, $30 a week, and you can include Jack of all trades in there. Also, coming up on June 23rd, Matty Laws is going to be defending the title again. Still waiting to hear back from a couple people for that. I already got one confirmed. Somebody who's never been on the show before. So that's going to be exciting.
And who knows, maybe, hopefully, if I make sure to get my butt in gear, our Jack of all trades champion might have a little theme song written for him.
That is possible. And hopefully, by 3 weeks from tonight, if Jeff runs into Denise, maybe... Hashtag Greg Cherry for Denise's Quizomania, which is a long ass hashtag. Quizomania happened today too. It was a little different, happening really early today.
I didn't even realize it was. I confession, I rarely watch Quizomania.
You watched one. You watched one.
I've watched a few in the past.
Okay.
And then I made sure to watch yours.
Of course.
Because you are, again, the man.
Woo. Not that man, but...
that man can... I'm not going to get into my thoughts on Richard Fleur right now.
Cool Brother says, I think I have cracked the code, Greg. What code am I... what code am I talking about? I didn't even realize I did a code, but maybe I did. I was gonna say, unless you donate $130, but like I don't know what code you cracked.
Oh my! Dwayne's comment about Hell in a Cell.
Oh, this one. Yeah, it's it looks like just a Raw pay-per-view for the most part. Like the tag team titles are on the line, but it's I'm gonna try to watch it, but
I mean I gotta write my predictions column for it still. Plus I still have my column that I have to write for JJ's prompt that he gave me, so I have a lot of writing to do this week.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping we get a SmackDown match for this card before I write the darn predictions column. Yeah. Which I enjoy writing those. My secret for those who want a little behind the scenes, my secret for writing my predictions column is I write them in the style and in the voice of Adam Blompier's top 10 list videos.
There you go. Adam does
Like
have some.
I have to have his voice in my head as I'm typing it out.
Cool Brothers Radio Podcast says you have to lose your title to a famous person. I mean, yeah. So if you know any famous wrestlers who love the wrestling trivia, Matt Cardona's injured, so maybe he would be. He's got some free time. I would love to have Matt Cardona on because I feel like he's got a ridiculous amount of knowledge, not just of the figures, but just a ridiculous amount of knowledge for being a fan for so long.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I would love to have him on Jack of All Trades. Like, there's no question about that. I just wonder if there would be a booking fee involved. And yes, JB3, I do credit you. Don't forget who told you about Fan Quizlemania. Yes, the 8-time Fan Quizlemania champion. This guy right here.
A reign that will never be touched.
Tony Khan would destroy anyone in wrestling trivia.
Oh, gosh. Ugh.
Really? Huh.
Really, JB3? You're going to do that much of a cow manure take?
I like that. I'll do that. If Tony Khan wants a shot at the title, we'll give him a shot at the title.
I'd love to see you destroy him.
I might not destroy him. I might beat him. I might not destroy him, but just imagine that. The owner of All Elite Wrestling, and, is he a co-owner of the Jaguars?
I believe so, yes.
But like, just imagine that. Like, it would be like a friendly competition type thing. If he starts talking trash, obviously I'm going to talk trash back. But it's like, hey, you know what? Maybe if I win, maybe I get like a special spot on Dynamite in Pittsburgh or something. That would be awesome. But hey, I mean, it's worth a shot. If I knew his contact info, I'd email him about that. Tony Khan might donate $100,000 to challenge for the title. Says, hey, listen, we'd hit our goal.
We hit our goal for June. We hit our goal for
a long
May.
shot.
We hit our goal for a good. I mean, to be honest, if he donated $100K, you could just give him the title.
Yeah, I'd give him the title at that rate. Hell, and then buy a replica for like $200,
Mm-hmm.
and then rake in the rest.
I do agree with JB3. He is crazy.
He is crazy. And Dwayne said anybody who beats me will become famous for sure. Yeah, it's how long have I been champion? It's over 1,500 at this point.
You know who would be amazing to challenge you?
Who's that?
If by some miracle, somehow we could get him on. The best in the world, Shane McMahon.
I would love to get Shane on any one of my shows. Absolutely.
I almost, last year, when they were offering cameos, if I would have had the money, I was going to buy you a Shane cameo, but they were sold out.
Yeah, they were like $400 too.
I highly considered buying you a Shane cameo.
That would have been awesome.
Unfortunately, when I actually went to do it, they were sold out.
Yeah. JB3 says, how many defenses do you have? So in the 1,500 days, I have 40 defenses, which roughly translates to, on average, about once a month. Approximately. It might be like once every 40 days or so. But even still, yeah, I have about 40 defenses.
We have some more sad football news just breaking via Adam Schefter.
Uh-oh.
Former Dallas running back Marion Barber III who played 7 seasons in the NFL, died at only
Jeez.
38.
NFL players die so young. Did they say
Just had
what?
one from, what was it, a Cardinal who
Yeah.
died the other day? He was only 25. I
Yeah.
believe he was from the Cardinals.
Mm. I'll tell you what, JB3, I will have the info for you. He needs the info for the graphics. If we're not going live on Friday, I can probably figure it out beforehand. How many defenses of the championship I have. If it's not 40, it's really damn close to 40. But yeah, I have a bunch of successful defenses. It's not like I've only defended the title 5 times in 4 years. That would be
Right.
absurd.
See, I know I could never challenge you for the title. Absolutely never could. I would
mean,
get destroyed.
If the Spintacular happens, you might luck into one.
That'd be fair. And being that it's more trivia than, I think I might do okay in an actual trivia match.
You
Jack
never
of
know.
all trades, no. I got my butt whooped last year. In a very interesting
You did
match.
that round you teamed with Andy. You did very well.
I still came in last place.
You did come in last, but yeah, it was a tough.
I did do pretty good with Andy.
I need
which-
to bring that round back. I haven't done that round in months.
It was I just feel so stupid for not getting Orange Cassidy.
You weren't as familiar with AEW as you are now. You probably get it now.
Yeah. But helping Andy win, that was a big highlight for me.
Hey, you can
Being
take
how
partial
famous Andy
credit.
Dadson is.
Yeah, you can
in the
take
wrestling
partial
trivia
credit that
fans.
Andy was the first ever Jack of all trades champion. It's like you helped him get that. So put that on your resume. But yeah, Dwayne.
Come on, anyone else have any questions for us? Come on, bring them on, guys.
We're going to go to about 7:55 here, just to give everybody a couple minutes to transition over to AEW Dynamite live from Los Angeles. Maybe we'll see Jeff on screen. Maybe we'll see Denise Salcedo on screen. We know both of them are there. What else you got? If you want another wheel spin, hey, that June donation goal is starting in effect. If you want the Greg Cherry Show Spintacular, I'm really excited about that. Like, I want us to hit this goal. I want to hit this goal.
You'd have a good time, I think, doing that, and I can see Aaron trying to do that to get a shot.
That's possible. I mean, I can message him after and be like, hey, if we can stay away from Rumble or New Day questions, anyone has a chance. Just
True.
because I have specific knowledge of those things doesn't mean that's all I have knowledge of. Like I'm really good with Rumble questions. I'm really good with New Day questions, just because I love Woods, Kofi, and E. So my knowledge is broader than that. But yeah, if you get a question and you're stuck on it,
Yeah.
Dwayne says we're going to hit the goal. Okay, I believe you.
Thank you, Dwayne. Let's do it. But come on, guys, spin. Hey, and if you land on karaoke, you'll have me singing, not Greg.
I don't know if we'll be able to fit all of the spins in if we get 13 right now, but
I don't think we're getting 13 right now.
but for the rest of June and including Jack of all trades, because I like to throw that option out there. Like I like to give people more of a chance to get in on the Spintacular, and I'm going to plug that to as many people as I possibly can. The Spintacular, because it's literally, it's basically the 24/7 version of, hey, you can get a shot at the title. Anybody has a chance. You don't have to have ever watched a Greg Cherry show before, but if you come on that day and we spin and you land on it, you could literally come out of nowhere and possibly be be the new WTC champion. It is probably the most nervous I am. Like, I want to achieve this goal, but at the same time, it's like,
What would happen if like Tempest shows up to challenge for it?
yes, Dwayne, you did make it happen last time with the egg. You definitely did. A major contributor to that. Absolutely. Yes,
Yes.
you were definitely the one to break an egg over my. I can't believe you wanted me to do an ostrich egg. First of all, I don't know even where you get those around here. Secondly, do you know how freaking big those are? I'd have to do that outside. I'd be swimming in the bathtub.
That was a fun time. I took pictures.
Yeah, so Dwayne made that happen. The $500 goal last month was pretty absurd, but 150 is very doable. I believe in all of you. All right. Any last questions? Because we like I said, we are going to end the show a little bit early tonight, so we can all get over to good old AEW Dynamite.
Very much so, yes. And hopefully Hell in a Cell is good this weekend, and so is hopefully In Your House. I'll be honest. I enjoy NXT, but I have not been following as much as I used to.
I've been very loosely following NXT. Like, I have an idea of what's going on. I know who like the champions are and all that, and some storylines. But
All I know is for this Sunday, we better have an Intercontinental title match on the card. There's not been one since WrestleMania last year for a pay-per-view.
that's insane, and especially if you're not going to have Roman in a match, put the Intercontinental title on the show. Make that title the second longest running championship in your company's history. Make it mean something. And I'm counting it as the second longest because it started in 79. It did take a break when it got unified with the world title. Really dumb decision.
Very.
Don't know why they ever did that. But I'm glad it only took them a few months to bring it back.
Yeah, that was, and hopefully what has been discussed in the No DQ chat doesn't happen. And hopefully Bray Wyatt does not show up and cost Cody the cell match.
I mean, that would be interesting. Who was it? It was Scott Gata who posted on Twitter the picture of Husky Harris from the old NXT, and his pro was Cody Rhodes.
Oh,
Like, that would be, like, I applauded Scott for that deep cut. Like, that was awesome. It's like, if you talk the game show era of NXT, I know very little about that.
You know, it'd be interesting if you did instead of a one-on-one match for your title, did a megastar match for your title of you, Dadson, Gata.
I've already beat Scott Gata, though.
Both him and Andy at the same time, though.
I've never done that, but I'm trying to defend the championship against people I've never faced before, which I'm aware with the spins is possible. I think I've defeated somebody different every single one of my defenses.
Wow.
I don't think I've beat the same person twice.
Jeff, maybe?
No, the only match I beat Jeff in was the Iron Man.
Oh, wow.
The other two times I beat him, I took the title from him.
Oh.
So my only actual defense against him was the 60-minute Iron Man.
Interesting.
Quit booking my title. I have a shot at Cass. We're filming that match Friday. Like, we're not doing the title for title stuff. Like, I am giving everybody an opportunity to get a championship shot at me. If Cass wants a shot, he will show up at the Spintacular should we have it. Or he shows up and donates money and gets a spin on the wheel and gets it that way. Like I'm giving everybody in the world has an opportunity to get a title shot. And right now you have to pay for it. Come July, was it 6th? I think that's the first. I'm gonna look at the calendar real quick. Yeah, come July 6th. It might be up for grabs for everybody. Like if you show up and you've never seen my show before and you think you know a lot about wrestling, you could very well walk away from that show with a championship match. All free.
We need a Cherry versus Cherry match.
Cherry versus Cherry.
You versus Jen.
She wants nothing to do with it. Trust and believe she wants nothing to do with it because she has little wrestling knowledge, but it's not anywhere near what mine is, and she would tell you that too. Love her, but she's not taking the title from me either. Nor would I want to do that to her, if I'm being honest. I wouldn't want to do that to her.
Which is fair. That is very fair.
Dwayne says he'll definitely be spinning. Yep.
Oh,
I know you will be, and as long as we get our goal, then July 6th is going to be a fun show because we're not going to talk about anything. We're just going to do spins and be ridiculous. I love it.
He wants that title shot. He wants it bad.
He wants it. And he can get multiple spins of the wheel. I'm going to try, and you can't request like 5 spins of the wheel one time. Like you'd be like, you get a spin. And Dan, I'll be honest, so does mine. I'm not perfect. We've seen that. I think everybody's wrestling knowledge has gaps somewhere.
Oh,
Especially if you watch CWT, I do have gaps because I've lost a couple times over there. It all depends on where you get the information. But it is 7:56. I do want to cut off the show early, Josh. Thank you for joining with very late notice. I appreciate it.
No, halfway through the show.
Yeah, halfway through the show after Jeff went to go watch Dynamite. So now it's all of our turn to go watch Dynamite. Have a good night, everybody. Let's get that $150 donation goal, and we will see you next time right here on The Greg Show.